everybody. This is Auntie Jackie and Jackie's Diaries. Copyright, I'm gonna put the music down. I'm in a beautiful car, guys, but I'm gonna put the view all the way down because I'll get copyright. I'm so sorry, my darling. I've got somebody from the UK, so I came to see her. She wants to know from me how things have been going since I came back. So welcome to the channel. I'm going to be speaking to her briefly to see what she asks, and I'll be as open as I can. So my guest does not want to show her face, and I have to respect that, but I thought it was important to hear what she had to ask and what we had to say. I hope somebody finds this useful, and some of these views I keep saying, they are my views and my guest views. They are not everybody's views who is repatriating or who's going, but I hope you can enjoy it. So join us. Yeah. So hello, my darling.
Hello.
She's so beautiful, you guys. It's such a shame she can't go on camera. So we are here, and she wanted to know how it's been since I returned. Go on then. Fire away.
Yes, Auntie Jackie, I wanted to know because I'm thinking of relocating, and you were such an inspiration. That's why I was like, once I come to Uganda, I have to look for Auntie Jackie. I have to follow in her footsteps. If she managed to do it, so can I. Speaking to Auntie Jackie is about getting rid of the fear that I know a lot of us have when we want to come back home. So Auntie Jackie,
yes,
did you have that fear? Did you have that doubt? Did you question yourself, how is this going to work out? I'm so used to this other kind of lifestyle.
Yes.
I'm now switching, going into something that is, when you come back, it's like you're new to. Yes, we grew up from here.
As if you've never been.
Here, yes, but it's like you've never been. You get it?
Yes.
So I'm like, I always question myself. How do I do it? Because what I want to if I'm to leave, I want to go back when I've been that this is the day that I'll be going back for good.
For good.
Willing.
Yeah.
And that is where you come in, Auntie Jackie. So explain now.
Explain yourself. Yes. Now, I had always wanted to come back, and I think when I first left, when you have it's nostalgia. You think like, wow. You think of the utopia of Uganda, is like a utopia. That's what I always had that in my mind.
Yeah.
So I settled in the UK, of course, but my foot was always out.
That's me.
Yeah. So what I thought, I was like, okay. Initially, I wanted to first come back in 2002. Wow. I know. I didn't have anything at the time, but I had my mom there, my dad was there. I'm like, you know what? I'll go back to my parents. Yeah. So that didn't happen because things fell apart, and I didn't come back. Then in 2009, I tried again. This time I put steps in place, came, but I was renovating something back home. Not back home, in the UK. The moment I left.
So that time, the 2009, were there any lessons? Were there any things you changed between 2003 and 2009 to facilitate your desire to come?
Yes. Okay. Because then there was an income which was going to be coming from home. Yeah. 2002 there was nothing. 2009 there was an income coming, going to be coming in. But the moment I left, that stopped. The renovation stopped. Wow. So things, and nobody was following that up. So I went back initially to sort things out, but I couldn't. So I settled, didn't come. 2015 I tried again. Didn't happen.
That each of like every almost 6 to 7 years you get that each of like
So I came back 2015, but then really I don't see why I didn't stay, and I wish I had stayed then.
Wow.
But unfortunately, I know why I didn't stay. That's when the scam came in. That's when I was scammed. So because I got fed up of Uganda, I'm like, oh, thank you, I'd forgotten that. I got fed up, I'm like, Uganda, I'll never go back to Uganda. These people, bichi. But I think the Lord knew what was happening. So of course, what tipped everything off was my health. So because I became unwell and I couldn't work, I couldn't afford to take JJ to school. I thought, let me go. However, from 2015, while I was like, I'm fed up, I didn't stop yearning to come back. So I said, let me start something small. Let me put up some rentals and a house and rentals where I am now. Of course, it didn't pan out that way. They did their own things. Guys, look where he's going to go. He wants to go this side. Look. So it didn't pan out that way. And I eventually,
guys think they own the road.
I know. So it didn't pan out that way, but at least I had something there. So and I was struggling another thing with rentals. I couldn't take somebody coming every 2 minutes, every 2 months. They were coming to do inspections. God, that thing was just like killing me, because I think I had been a homeowner. So I think that thing killed me. They would come, they thought, oh, children, I put hands here. I'm like, I've got kids in the house, for goodness sake. I'm like, when I'm leaving your house, I'll leave it as you want it. But this thing, I just couldn't take it anymore. But even when you try to get a house, like when I was trying to get a rental, they would first take somebody without a children than somebody with children. So I struggled with that as well. So everything came together. I'm like, I'm going. But remember, I had a house which was unfinished, and I didn't want to live in anybody's house. So I said, I'm going to go and live in my own house.
That was very, very brave, because you can imagine. I'm imagining getting into when I see you, I see all these other girls that I've been watching through you, like Lynn and Doreen and everything. I just enjoy watching where they've come from. And I'm like, these girls are brave. These girls are.
So but to me personally, if I could change things, I wouldn't have come when I came.
Would you have given it more time?
Yes.
Or you to plan better?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I wouldn't have come when I came, because for example, like Doreen and Lynn, who were in a place where they had to leave. I had to leave because of health. They had to leave because of who they are.
But you know that thing, because now, like, you see, when I came back, my nail, like when I came back, I think my hands were like for a 50-year-old.
Yes.
Now they're like for a 20-year-old. I was like, hey, this is the beauty of home. And I'm like,
and that's the reason I'm like, I would sooner somebody plans. What am I saying? If you're able to get an income from where you're coming from, at least a regular income, that's going to sustain you until you get used to Uganda.
The few things I've experienced so far, it's too much of the dishonesty of people. There was someone, I got this gentleman who drives a border, but he also drives a school van during the day. I told him, you know what, can you go buy for me some stuff in Kalere, because I buy all my food from Kalere. And he was like, yeah, okay, madam, let me go do that. So I have a boy that I also use in Kalere to
get things ready,
to get things, to help carry my things and everything. He gets there, they scrap him. They scratch him. Yeah, he was scratched. So when he got scratched, they paid him. But when he came home, he didn't tell me. But I have a habit, if I give the car to someone, I come around and look at it. So I happened to come out of the house and looked at it, and I was like, I called my boy, the one you saw, and I told him, when you were washing this car this morning, was this scratch there? He was like, madam, that scratch wasn't there. So then I told this gentleman, so what happened to the car? Oh, madam, someone scratched me, and they left before I could do it, before I could even before I could even get hold of them to ask them why the car was scratched. Anyway, 2 weeks pass. I go to the same gentleman to help me pick my fruits, my vegetables, and whatever, my weekly shop. I get there. Meanwhile, that as well, I'd given him a list. Oh my goodness, he came with different things all together. I told him I need tomatoes for 3,000. He must have brought tomatoes for 1,000. I told him I need green peppers, red peppers, and yellow peppers. He must have gone and because he brought me a whole load of green peppers of I think about like 2,000. And I was like, what? Really? I I gave you a list
and
of
with
everything and the quantities plus the amount that you should spend on the item. When I see him the following, like 2 weeks later, and then he's like, Madam, did you like the things I sent you? I shopped for you last time. I was like, no, I didn't like them. Actually, what is going to happen going forward, I'm going to be choosing the items myself, because you've shown me that you can't do it. You can't follow simple instructions. So the other thing you'll do is to let's just carry on with you just carrying the stuff for me. He's like, yeah, okay. He wasn't happy. Yes. You know. So anywho, we are still talking, and then I'm asking him, so what happened to last time when you were here when I sent the other gentleman? He was like, yeah. I was like, my car got scratched, and he was like, oh, but you know what? Actually, that guy, the car was scratched, and I saw him, and they paid him money, and they paid him this amount of money. But I'm like, what did you just say? Yeah, I was, Auntie Jackie, I was like, who do you trust?
I know.
Huh? He himself messed me up in terms of shopping. Then the person I sent also, same thing.
Yes.
Sometimes you want to give people the benefit of the doubt, but
and I think that's another thing I would tell anybody who's going to come. Come prepared for that. Come prepared for, in a way, managing things yourself if you can, where you can. To the point that even at home, make sure that you're going to be in an environment that if the workers go, you can still manage by yourself.
I was forced to bring my own washing machine in essence, and you'll have more freedom. Even the maid, the people I have, I don't like maids who sleep over. Come, go.
That's it.
I sat down, I was like, what's wrong with these people? Anyway, back to the
original topic. So yes, the fear was there. I was really, really afraid, but I had the support of my mom. She's not my mom's sister. My mom, and my sister, and my niece, and then some friends. Come, you manage. It's not difficult to manage. And of course, when I landed at my sister's house, and so I had a soft landing. I had a soft landing. I was at my sister's house. Then time came to go to my house.
Now that's where the chinusi is.
The day we went in the house, we did not have, of course, electricity, no water, no TV, definitely, no gate, no perimeter wall. The house had holes, and then Jeremiah just went on the chair and covered himself, and he didn't cry, but just looked through, like put the cover over and just left the eyes.
Having come from England, please.
He just looked like this. That is how it was, and the fear was there. But what was forcing me was, I cannot stay in somebody's house. I'm an old woman. I have my own. Let you go. And then another thing which I did when I was coming is like to look for some money and have a car. Because I'm deep in the village, and I'm like, if anything was to happen, I need a means of transport.
For me, I think from the multiple trips I've been making to Uganda, that is one thing I realized.
So it's not a luxury. It's not a luxury.
It's a necessity. Especially some of us who are having to live outside of the city. You have to literally budget for a car. And that is one thing I say. Like in May, because I knew I would be coming in October, I was like, no matter what I do, if I don't have to go with anything, it's okay. I need to have a car. And lo and behold, I sit down and say it's the best thing, it's the best decision I've made so far in terms of just being here for the time I'm here. Because I've seen some of my friends who are struggling. And the other thing is, I'd come with a friend, and actually he's here right now. Guess what? The guy just hired a car with him, and then after that, stopped the car using his tracker, came in and told him, listen, the car is down. So he was like, you know what, let me come check on it. Up to today, it's been like 3 weeks, yet he paid him.
The car is still...
He's at home, sat down. Why? No car. And he's just on Tebe Road, So for me, I'd say a car. And I know people say that no,
but it really isn't.
No, it isn't.
And to me, it was like,
especially if you even have children, you have to do your weekly shop. If you I can't even stress it enough.
Yeah. So to me, when
Ask you, Auntie Jackie. So now, like, as once you were inside your property, how did that? Were you still having these mindsets of, did I make the right decision?
Can I
Did
tell
I
you?
make the wrong decision?
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
All the time. All the time. Even when I went there, I went there because of a family issue.
Yeah.
I tried to look for work in my fields of
Yeah.
care, but now it's circulated, and of course they were asking me so many things. And for the few months I was there, but whatever they were asking for came when I'd already returned.
Yeah. Oh.
And I didn't want to deceive JJ again of saying let me stay and everything. And I know people say, oh, put him in a boarding school. It's not at the moment. It's not a choice we are making. At the moment, that's not the.
Yeah, that's not what you want.
That's
for
not
him,
not for him at the moment. So that's out of the way. So he can't go to the boarding school at the moment. No. So every time, because when there's no money, you think let me go back. But remember that I came because of health reasons.
Yeah.
And when I went back, I was there for 2 weeks, and I was admitted.
What?
I was admitted.
Wow.
Yeah. There, did you see it? I was admitted.
The stress is just. Do you know what? You know when I was expecting my daughter, the only thing that was in my head, you need to go home. I could not come out of bed. The moment I left the house and go to Heathrow, I had my first meal.
Wow.
It was tiny because my husband was already worried. How are you going to
travel? Yes.
The moment I had a friend of mine who come to mine and stay at mine for a few days before you go home. I was like, okay. The moment I landed at 7 in the morning, I went to Kajansi.
Here in UK, Uganda.
Yes,
Uganda.
7 in the morning. Went to Kajansi. She bought me food. Auntie Jackie, I ate food. I sat in Kampala sun. Yes. And I was just like, now my body told me this is what
you needed.
I sat in that 8 o'clock sun like this, went to bed.
Yes.
When I woke up, she had prepared food, literally ate all the food. She even had she took a video of me eating. When she sent it to my husband, he was like, did she just eat food? She wasn't eating anything here. Nothing. I shocked myself. It was only 2 weeks of staying here, but it felt like years.
But when you went back, wasn't it better?
The moment I got back, I was a bit better. But guess what? I kind of shot up just like you. My body tensed up again. I was like, you know what? I asked for annual leave from work. Good, because the first one I was in sick leave. Yeah. So when I got here, I was there. When I went back, I was like, no, I think I need some extra weeks. Just booked another ticket immediately. Came back. And by the time I went back,
better.
I was like, yeah, this can take me on from now until I'm done. The moment baby was born, oh my God, I was just like, when can I leave? And now,
when did you leave? How old was baby?
Baby, I just waited for the first set of injections,
and then that's it.
And I was like, the following day I was out. Had them on the 31st. I was out. I was like, I'm not going to wait for bills to tell me to go. And yeah, so that's why me coming home, you are one of those people who were on my mind. I was like, you know what, this is a person who can relate. Yes. And if she has done it, I surely can.
Please plan. That's all.
And we need to be, and I think majority of us fall in your category, Auntie Jackie. We're not like these other people who have come, the mansions already.
Yeah.
A lot of people are in this position where they're like, even like there's some people now with the situation happening with deportees and all that. You think about all those people, they're all scared. They're all like, if they send me now, where am I going to start from? You know what I mean? For me, your statement of now, you see where I now literally say, you know what? I literally have to say, Aunt Jackie, is when we were discussing earlier, when you said, you know what? I did have an opportunity to go back. I went back to England. Yes. Spent there whatever time I spent there. But then I realized, you know what? I never made the wrong. I made the right decision after all. And I'm happy that it's now cemented. Yes. Cemented respected my decision, and
Yes.
now I'm at peace.
I'm at peace.
And after that, things just, and I was like, when I heard you say that statement, I was like, wow,
I
need to get to that point.
Yes.
You know?
Jesus. Honestly,
Yeah,
come Holy
that's how they
Spirit.
drive. I'm
My
telling you.
dear, people have got entitlement here.
And this is the thing with Uganda. I just take things at face value.
Face value.
Because I was like, the moment you start putting everything ahead, you're going to argue, you're going to quarrel,
Exactly.
you're going to get high blood pressure for nothing.
That's what I was telling people.
Take everything at face value.
We don't have any road rage.
You know?
We are such peaceful drivers.
Oh my goodness.
So where's that place, by the way?
Which one?
That across there.
I wish I knew.
Okay.
I just see places, I see nice houses, I see nice this, nice that.
Yeah.
But could that be? Oh, and there are very many places springing up.
Yes. It's like wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So no, I honestly, because when I went back, nothing had changed in a way.
Yeah.
I would still go into the same situation looking for house to rent.
And it's hard.
Exactly, it's hard.
So
and then someone was like, someone said, but I'm a new immigrant here and I've got a house and everything.
Geez.
I'm like, you know what? Good on you. I couldn't even ask. I'm like, good on you. Because there's no way I would want there's no way that I would put myself in a position of saying that I can't rent a house when I can't. Why?
Exactly.
Why do I benefit from that? So
for me, first of all, I look at the cost of everything, then even the hassle, the legislative aspect of things that you have to go through. I'm just like, this is
Mbuzi, guys.
They are putting up like a KFC statica for those who want to. Yeah, for those who want the highlight.
But KFC's here, KFC. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm sorry.
Nanya, I don't eat it.
Yeah. Yes. I'll go for Mbuzi anytime.
Oh, this Mbuzi is nice.
Yes, I'll go for Mbuzi anytime.
But it's expensive.
Really? As in? How many? How many are there?
They give you no,
how many pieces are there?
He will give you two
pieces of chicken.
Yeah, pieces of Mbuzi.
Not a stew. I'll go for the other bit then, which people don't want me to talk about. But yes, I've got somebody.
Anything to make like. And by the way, Auntie Jackie, let me actually talking about this. Have you realized that when you come here and set your mind to saying I'm going to live within my means, if I don't have money today, it's okay. If I get money tomorrow, we're now like 20,000. Let me strategize this to 20,000 to see how far it can take me.
Yes.
And it's amazing how much that money can take you.
So I was
when you choose to simplify your life.
And that's what I was telling somebody. I said, Uganda money goes very fast. But things are cheaper.
Yes.
And I couldn't understand why. Now, what you said is true. If one lives within their means, it is easier. But if you want any small luxury, like you go to KFC, you're done. You're done with.
That is
you're done with.
For me now, anyway, you know what? You sit and sit. Now I don't mind a cup of coffee here and now and again, but I when I sat down to really sit down and be analytical of can I afford this lifestyle in Uganda, I was like, yes, I can afford it. A car is a huge it's a necessity, but the fuel is expensive,
very expensive,
and so that is one expense I see. But when it comes to food, when it comes to I'm even finding Yaka a bit expensive. I don't know if it's because I don't know if it's because of the gadgets I have.
Yes. So Yaka, when you put your kettle, when you put your iron, and before. When I used to come for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I could find that it was the water that was a bit expensive. But now water, I'm like, no, water is okay. But either way. Oh, is it because maybe you had so many visitors then? You know, when you come, you have so many visitors, and of course they'll rack up the water.
Most probably, yeah, because I think there was still some construction going on. This business, when you come and a lot of construction is going on, and then they tell you, oh, we're going to use a lot of water and all that. Amidst all of that, I was still like, you know what?
Okay, we're going.
Uganda is still manageable.
Listen, if you have a regular income coming in, that's the only thing. It doesn't matter how small it is. It doesn't matter. You're going to be like I know somebody who has got goats. And what they do?
Yeah.
They sell their weekly goats.
Wow.
They sell their weekly goats. Another person, they have got trees.
You're giving me a lot to think about.
Yes. Another person has got trees. And
really, a lot to think about.
And they sell their trees every week.
Nomanya was even telling my husband, Nomanya, why don't you give me capital? And I just see maybe if I can start something. Basically, look for a reason to hold on.
Now, listen, you can do that. But like I said, another thing which I'm trying to say, if you're going to have any business, please be on ground.
Yeah.
Straight on.
Okay.
So, yeah. Please be on ground.
Wow.
Because things happen. Even me who's here, when I left to a conference, I came back, 350 chicken had died.
Mama, never.
And remember, this is me trying to plow everything that I have.
350.
They had died. Then another thing is, like now when I went to sell the first lot of chickens, that's what I'm thinking, that I was baptized. The woman came, oh, you see me, I don't cheat, I tell the truth, I'm a Moroccan, bichi. I said, okay. I said, and I knew her as a Moroccan woman. Then she
make a statement that was going to harm me.
Now this lady took the chickens for 10-15k less. I think what I learned from this is that when somebody comes presenting a certain way, always double check, always triple check, and then be prepared to let them walk away and haggle for the price you want. So this guest of mine is now describing how she ended up buying some of her materials twice because she was being swindled, not being around. Yeah.
I like your tiles in this house. I think I'll buy the same tiles. He was... So you bought double tiles? I bought double tiles, my house and his house.
Wow.
He constructed and built and finished before I was even finished.
So for
and he was even cheeky. He even told me, well, madam was in Kuala Cent. Because I was the one paying him.
I don't want this video to be too long because we spoke, and there's so much useful and important information that my guest was telling us. We could learn from her, but I just need to make this short. Hopefully I'll do a part 2. Otherwise, we pray that as we start building, we ensure that we are on site. We have somebody trustworthy on site. I had my niece. So we try and get people on site who are trustworthy. And then if we're going to try and relocate, we can do it incrementally. Or on the other hand, if you put your feet in and you want to take a plunge, do that. No, it's going to be hard, but try and hold onto those straws, and something will come out. There are so many success stories, and everything doesn't have to be doom and gloom, almost like mine. It doesn't. Okay, thank you, my people. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying until this time. Blessing and blessings. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.